I am back at Bercy Bus Station. Some 2 years and 2 months since I last took a bus out from Paris. Now, when I stayed in Paris for a couple of days in November 2021, I was recovering from the crap I dealt with in Senegambia, having to deal with corruption, feeling depressed, bailing out, and then going to Paris. I remember making a video discussing what would I do if I reached my 100th country? And I had no idea it was going to take me that long to get to my 100th country. I mean, I was close to 100 after my trip to Southern Africa, and there were many opportunities I blew last year where I could have gone to my 100th country in just one single trip, to East Africa or the Levant. Hell, I even skipped out on Tajikistan even after they issued me a visa, all because I was on the wrong side of the country and I felt inclined not to backtrack on where I previously was. So, I'm so fatigued, I'm so tired. I've been traveling for the last 5 days. I've gone from London to Nice to Monaco to the Italian border town of Ventimiglia, then back to Nice, then on to Tunis. I didn't go to Carthage. Thought to myself, it's too complicated. The signs are in Arabic. How am I going to get to Carthage without breaking the bank? So, I marked 100 nations in Tunisia last weekend. And it's what's going to be 101? What's going to be 110? You've been to half the world's populations now. You've been on every continent apart Antarctica. What more can you do? You've only got 5 countries within the Mediterranean Sea that you still haven't visited. You've got a whole bunch of islands off the Arabian Peninsula that you've not visited. You've got gaps in South Asia and Central Asia and Northeast Asia. You haven't been to any Pacific Island nations. You haven't been to any Caribbean island nations. You haven't been to any Spanish-speaking nations within South America. Still haven't been to Panama. And the truth is, life is getting hard for me here in London. Having a job, an apartment, and money in the bank. But it's costing a fortune to try to get to one new nation, like Jamaica or Sierra Leone. Who wants to pay 450 quid just to fly to Sierra Leone? If you want to do that, you might as well incorporate neighboring Guinea, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau. Just make the most out of it, because it's a lot of money. You're asking me 300 quid to go to Barbados? That's one expensive island in the Caribbean, honey. God, and even the price to fly between those islands, they're just overpriced. They're $150 a ticket. So, I'm going back home to London tonight. Gonna go rest up tomorrow morning, go back to work, resume my usual London life. I am hoping I can take a friend with me this year to a special country that I want to go and he wants to go, but it all depends on what we do with our schedules, Or I may have to start looking for a new buddy to go with me on this daunting trip in the Levant. I do like coming to Paris, and I do think it can be a good airport to fly out of, but literally the next time I want to be flying out of Paris airport, I want to be flying out of Orly airport and going somewhere like Burkina Faso or Ivory Coast or Guinea-Conakry or even Chad or Libya, if that ever works out to be, or even Algiers. Yes, Algiers. I gotta put the effort into getting that visa for Algeria someday, so I can tick off the biggest country in Africa. My travels ain't over yet. I'm just glad I don't have a girlfriend in my life to stop me from this shit. I'm just glad I never ever had children in my life. I'm just glad I left Australia all those years ago. And I just hope that I don't have to pay any stupid more taxes to Australia until I ever move back there. Anyway, I'm on the Metalhead, finishing this vlog in Paris, over and out.